So hi guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maya and welcome. So today my video is going to be about how I sorted out my acne. Like you can see that I've already got like acne scars and stuff, and I've actually got a spot on my forehead, but my curls are covering it. So I wanted to share with you guys how I sorted out my skin, because my skin used to be so bad. Like, I don't have many photos of when I actually had really bad acne, but I have some when I started to sort it out. So, cue photos here-ish. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys what sort of helped me clear my skin and almost what didn't help me clear my skin. But almost as like a disclaimer, everyone's skin's sort of different, so what will work for my skin might not work for yours. My first tip would be to look after your pores. So on your skin, like especially on your face, you can really see it. You've got like these little pores and they're very important. I'll stop. So when the pores get clogged, that's when you start to get blackheads, and blackheads are really gross. The best way to clean your pores is through double cleansing. So what I tend to do is I use a micellar water. So I've got a Garnier micellar, I'm doing like the proper like what all the beauty gurus do, and I use that first to get rid of any like gunk on my face, especially if you wear makeup. This is really good if you wear makeup. And then I tend to use this face wash. It's a T-zone one and it's really good. You can see I'm like running out of it because I use it a lot. So when you're using face washes, the best way to get the most out of it is to wash your face with hot water first, put the face wash on and like rub it in, because when you use hot water it opens up your pores. And then once you've finished with the face wash it off with warm water again, and then once all of it's gone, wash it with cold water to close your pores. So if you put any like moisturisers on or anything, it's not going to clog your pores and cause like other blackheads and spots. And I found that doing that really helped. Like just using the hot water and the cold water, like it really stopped me from getting blackheads as often as I used to. Also with the hot water thing, steaming is really good for your skin. But if you can steam your skin maybe about once a week, it really opens up your pores. And sweating does actually. So if you do lots of sports and exercise and you sweat a lot, your skin's probably more likely to be like clearer. So when I steam my skin, I put a couple drops of tea tree oil into it, and it burns your eyes and it smells a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie, but if you put a couple drops of tea tree oil into it, it's almost like it gets into your pores and it really helps. So after you steam, the best thing to do after you steam is probably to exfoliate. So the exfoliator that I usually use is this Body Shop Drops of Youth liquid peel, and I use it. It's a chemical exfoliator, and I was a bit wary about chemical exfoliators first because I only ever used to use physical exfoliators. So with the chemical exfoliator, like you put it on and you literally see all the dead skin cells and stuff peel off, and it's kind of gross, but once you do it often you don't actually see that much peel off, so you can see that it's working. Another tip for looking after your pores would be to look for products which are non-comedogenic. I think I'm saying it right, non-comedogenic, Komodo dragon. So that means that they're not going to clog your pores. So especially with moisturisers, I find that some moisturisers can be really heavy on your skin and they do clog your pores and cause blackheads. So my favourite moisturiser that I use all the time is this one. It's this Clean& Clear dual action moisturiser, and this has, I think it's got like salicylic acid in it. Yeah, it's got salicylic acid in it, which also helps spots. So this is really good, and it's really cheap. Like I get it for like $1.99 from Home Bargains. I love Home Bargains. The only downside I'd say to this is that it smells quite medicated, but once you leave it on for a little bit, the smell disappears. So another tip that leads on to what I was just on about is looking at different ingredients, like what ingredients are in things. Tea tree oil is really good for your skin. And you can buy like pure tea tree oil like this in like a bottle, but it's very strong, so if you put it on your skin undiluted it can like burn your skin, so you got to be really careful. But I tend to find that, God, knock something over. I tend to find that if you use a tea tree serum it works really well, and I swear by this. The Body Shop tea tree serum here, I use this every day, and I've got like, I'm running out again. I only use 4 drops, one here, one there, one there, one there, and it has cleared my skin so much. I've been using it since Christmas. Once I started using this, honestly it sorted it out. So I'm not even being like sponsored by Body Shop, but honestly this is so good if you've got oily skin and acne and you want to sort it out. The good thing with this is that it doesn't dry your skin out, whereas if you use pure tea tree oil it will dry your skin out and it can make it like crusty. Another ingredient to look out for will be salicylic acid. So these two already have salicylic acid in them, and that's really good for spots. And I know that you can get sheet masks with it in. I haven't tried one of them yet, but that's really good for clearing up acne and spots and different things. Another skincare tip which I have is to watch your lifestyle. So ever since I started not eating meat, I noticed that my skin came better. This isn't like vegetarian propaganda, but I noticed that my skin cleared up so much. And even if it wasn't the meat aspect of it, I think, because what I used to do is you know those like Haribo like Tang Fast 6 bags? I used to have like eat a whole bag of them like every other day. So the amount of sugar which I used to eat was awful, and like I used to have really bad asthma, so I didn't exercise much because I was too scared of like my chest being tight and stuff like that. So I wasn't the healthiest, so I think that did play a part in like my skin not being too good as well. But once I started exercising more and like sweating more and more stuff almost like came out my pores, and not eating meat, that really helped. Also, I know everybody says it, drinking water really helps. I don't do it often enough. Like, I know that I don't drink enough water, and if I did drink enough water my skin would be so much better. But honestly, drinking water really does help, because it'll hydrate your skin and it'll stop it from feeling as dry. And also, stress can cause acne. Like, it's the summer holidays now, so my skin's actually looking not that bad. But with like mid-term time, especially before exams and stuff like that, my skin is so bad. I don't know what it is, but it gets so oily. Like, my forehead will just be oily, and it's disgusting. My final skincare tip is be kind to your skin. When I first started getting into skincare, I used to be really harsh on my skin. I used to use apple cider vinegar on my skin. Like, some of you probably heard of apple cider vinegar, and like people swear by it that it's really good and all this sort of stuff like that. But me being me, I used to put it undiluted onto my spots, so it used to just inflame it. So like my whole skin was just red. Like, it wasn't even this skin tone anymore, it was like pink, because it was so inflamed, and it just used to just irritate them. Like, when I used to put it on, it burnt, and because I was a bit stupid, I thought the fact that it was burning meant that it was working. If it's burning, chances are it's not good for your skin, so stop. And also be careful with what you experiment with on your skin. So don't try more than one new product at a time, because say if I did like put everything on my skin at once, you don't know what's working, what's not, and how the chemicals are all reacting with each other and stuff. Like, I don't know chemistry, but... And also know your skin type. So I'm going to be doing probably a video in the future on how to sort of start your own skincare routine, like from scratch. But know your skin type, so whether you've got dry skin, whether you've got oily skin, or whether you've got combination, and find what things suit your skin. And also, your skin is not going to fix itself overnight. As nice as you'd think it would be to, and as much as like products convince like, oh, this sleeping mask and you'll wake up like beautiful and stuff, it's not going to fix itself overnight, and it takes a long time to sort it out. Like, I've only just pretty much started getting a hold of it. Like, even now my skin isn't perfect. Like, you can see there's all stuff. Like, I'm not wearing any makeup, so you can see there's like scars and stuff like that. And no one's skin's perfect in reality. Nobody's skin is flawless. So don't beat yourself up about it. And there's a lot of things which just aren't really in our control when it comes to skin. So like hormones, stress, pollution, stuff like that. If you're struggling with acne, don't beat yourself up about it, because it's not your fault. It's not gross. It's completely natural. It's normal. You probably noticed at the start of the video that I've got this like spot on my forehead. This colour's kind of covering it really well though. So I'm going to show you guys what I do to cover up when I get like spots and stuff. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take some aloe vera gel. So this is the Body Shop aloe vera gel. It's not in the tube. I just put it into a smaller tube because like travel size. But I'll put the link in the description for everything. So what I tend to do is I'll put a little bit of this just on to soothe it, to soothe any redness. So I've already cleansed my face, put moisturiser on and everything before this. So this just goes on top of everything which you usually do. And then I'm going to take a drop. And when I say a drop, I mean a drop, like a single drop of tea tree oil. Like the tiniest little bit. Is it just going to come gushing out? Oh, okay. So literally a drop. I'm just going to mix that into the aloe vera gel. So the aloe vera gel is basically going to dilute it, so it's not like raw tea tree oil going onto your skin. But just be really careful that you don't get this everywhere, unless you've got spots everywhere else. So I find that I make my own sleeping mask. Like if my skin's really bad, I'll make my own sleeping mask from the aloe vera gel and this. I'll literally just mix a lump of this and that, slap it on my face, and it tingles a little. Like it doesn't burn, it tingles a little bit, but honestly it soothes stuff really well overnight. Another actual overnight mask is the Body Shop Soothing Rescue Cream. Oh, there's a lot of glare on the screen. This one. I use this sometimes when my skin's like not good. This one's really good for sensitive skin as well. So it's kind of, it doesn't smell like much, but it's like a cream. So it almost feels as though you're putting on another moisturiser. It's really nice. And I tend to put that all over my face before I go to bed on some nights. And it really does soothe it. And it's from the same range as the aloe gel. So that is how I clear. That's how I treat like if I just get like a random spot. So like before school or before like an event or something, I'll just pop that on it and it should get to work. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and please comment and please subscribe to get more videos like this in the future. My next skincare video I think is going to be about almost like the very basics of skincare. And if you have any other ideas, please comment below, and thank you. Bye. Cut that out.